Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Ask for what you want. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right. Likewise, everyone has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 58, NASDAQ off 20, S&P's off 7.5, gold contract down $6.10, trading at $1,724 an ounce. Silver off 7 cents at $32.45 an ounce. Platinum up $18 at $1,583 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.46 a pound. Light sweet crude down 31 cents at $85.26 a barrel. Bonds, big move on bonds again, up a half a point, trading out at 152.03. King dollar up 54 ticks at 81.16. Euro down 5 ticks, trading at 127.05. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. I want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, what do we have? We are at 1375.87. You got into the 1373. We got to 1371.39. Now, what you have is this, folks. We've done 2 separate ABC structures on the way down. Hit the numbers. You're into on the S&P, you're into the July 27th uptick. You're into the August 3rd uptick. You can expect to bounce out of here. That's how this is set up right now. Deviance today, no doubt. But what you have is this. You did 654 million shares on the NYSE. And when you're looking at this, the correlation comes in like this. The correlation goes into the 878. And then we go into the July correlation. If we look at the SPY, take a look at the SPY. This is what you have in the SPY. The SPY did 119 million shares versus, it's versus the other side, which is 236 million. So you can see when you finish an ABC structure on the way up or the way down, bottom line, yes, you can extend it. The Dow did extend it. The Dow did a 1 to 1.3. The S&P, the NASDAQ, and the small caps all did a 1.1 to 1. Small caps a little bit further. But what you have here is that we did 119,000 shares today on the SPY versus what it's going into. And what it's coming into, folks, is the July 27th time frame. That's where we got up with 236. So now, what we have is this. We have a 100-point A to B structure for a 100-point ABC structure down the way down. What I expect you're going to see out here somehow, some way, is that the S&P, if we go back to the cash S&P for a second, this cash S&P wants to bounce into, we're at 1374, and it wants to bounce into somewhere about 1403, which would be a good bounce. And the next move down, however, is going to take us all the way down to the lows that were generated in June of 2012, which would be 1266. Yeah, so there's problems out here in paradise. We'll get into Microsoft in a second. Microsoft took out some big numbers. And that had to do with the Dow also. Microsoft, of course, Microsoft is big weighting inside the Dow, big weighting inside the NDX 100. Dow Industrials, down 58 points. We're 12,756. And inside the Dow, what was moving it down was Microsoft, Intel, Caterpillar, and Hewlett-Packard. NASDAQ Composite. We go to the composite. We take a look at the composite. And what do you have with the composite? Composite did 1.7 billion. That correlation, by the way, is contracted in a big way because we're talking about 300 million. You got 1.7 versus 200 million. What we've done here is that the NASDAQ closed out at the lows of the day. We're at 2883. It hit 2877. And I expect what you're going to see in the NASDAQ is the NASDAQ wants to also. Now, the NASDAQ is just a monster A to B. We're talking about 3,200 down to 2,877. So you're talking a monster A to B leg, folks, okay? The NASDAQ can, bounce up to about, the NASDAQ can bounce almost a good 90 points, Now, if the NASDAQ's going to bounce 90 points, you got to go over and take a look at Apple. So what do we have with Apple? Apple came down from the $700 area, to 536. The swing point, folks, is 528. And we're hitting that swing point. We hit it last week with lighter volume. We're hitting it right now with lighter volume. What we did is that the swing point has 141 million shares. We did 131 million last week. Now what you're doing, so now we're into Tuesday, so watch how this shakes out. We did 37 million, so let's say 18. Yeah, it's not even going to be close. So what we're doing is this. This week, you're testing the lows of last week. You're testing the actual swing point, which is going after, which was the February swing point. And Apple, same deal, though. Large ABC structure on the way down. Microsoft, and here we take a look at Microsoft. This is what you have with Microsoft. Microsoft blew away a B point today, did it with volume. We're $27. The A point on this is 31.61. Your B point is 27.31, which gets you down to the 26.20 area. Now, we're at 27. We came to 26.75. That's on a daily. On a weekly, folks, what you have is that this wants to make its way down to the $24 area. Cisco, I believe, might have just come out with numbers. Okay, so Cisco come out with numbers. The numbers on Cisco go like this. Their bottom line estimate was 46 cents. They made 48. Top line estimate was 11.77 billion. They made 11.88 billion, which, in Cisco's case, that's a good number. The reason being is that, Cisco to me is an equity, as Ken says. Okay, it's not a bellwether. There's no doubt about it. But bottom line is that when you pull in $11 billion in 90 days, it's absolutely huge. They have a gross margin. So check this out. This is amazing. Their gross margin is 62.7%. Big numbers, folks. Big, there's no doubt. So Cisco closed at $16.85. That is trading at $17.36 right now. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go to Victor in New Jersey. Hey, Victor, what's going on? You there, Victor? Okay, he wanted to look at Public Service Enterprise, PEG. It's a public utility company. Let's see what we have here. So the low in this is $28. The high is $34. They pay a dividend of 4.76%. And let's see. So they distribute electricity in the North and Mid-Atlantic states. And what you can see here is that this baby has got absolutely smoked. We bring this back a couple of years. Okay, so what you have here is this, man. These high-volume lows, pay attention to them. So what you have with this, with PEG, folks, you got a high-volume low at $27.97. It's going to go after that low. Do not touch this baby until it gets to that low. I just put this on a 2-year weekly, put it on a 4-year weekly. It looks to me, actually, it's going to get lower than that. So let it go test that first, because that test there is at $27.97. If that test comes in with too much volume, guess what? You're going to be going all the way down to that $23.85 area. We take a look at some of the high-volume stocks in a low-volume market. Microsoft was the mover out here inside the NDX, as well as the Dow Industrials. That was down $1.13. We had Dell up 5. You had Hewlett-Packard down 27. We're going to go to Hewlett-Packard for a second. Oh, Home Depot, HD. You want to see something, folks? Monster ABC up. Took the B point out. Took it out with volume today. The B point on Home Depot is $63.30. We had volume of 9.6 million there. Took it out with 21 million. Your A point is 50. Your B is 63, so you get $13. 58.68. That's going on its way to $71, Home Depot. So if we take a look at this, we put this back on a weekly basis. This is strong. Strong like bull. Let me bring this back. I'll bring this back 10 years and see where we're at. Oh, this is huge, man. Yeah. You get $71. This did it all. This is saying everything about housing, folks. Housing is on the move, and it's on the move big time. So that's what you have. You'd already taken out, this is pretty amazing, actually. We actually took out, what a consolidation this was. We took out all the highs from 2004, 2000. Let me bring this back 15 years. Must be going for a high. Oh, there she is. That's what she's going for. Okay. She's going for the high, folks, of 2000. Pretty amazing. She's going to get it, too. She's an ABC up. That actually brings her over the highs. Now, check this out, folks. You get over those highs of 2000, $70, you're gonna make. I can make a case for $120 Home Depot next 5 or 6 years. That's pretty wild. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.